All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the Mario Bros. Movie review. We're going to be reviewing that guy's movie right now. So I saw the Mario movie on launch day when it came out. I'm a little bit late to the game getting this review out, but better late than never, right? Fun fact, I actually took notes during the movie on my phone so that I could remember stuff. So I'm ready for this review. So there's a ton of stuff to say about the Mario movie. I'm just going to say stuff as I remember it, and we'll see how it goes. The opening cinematic of the Mario movie was absolutely stunning. And then when Bowser's castle or fortress or island or whatever came flying in, I was like, yes. I thought the movie started out so amazingly with him coming up to the penguin army or whatever. Their back and forth was hilarious. I remember seeing that in the previews, and I thought the Penguin King was really funny. I thought the snowball fight between the Bowser army and the penguins was hysterical. And in the movie, it did not disappoint. I was a little bummed that there wasn't more of the Penguin King in the movie. I thought he was really great. But he did have that one line later on. I think we'll get to that. They also introduced Bowser right away, and we all pretty much, I think, are in agreement that Bowser was the movie. He was so good. I mean, there was a lot of great stuff, a lot of great characters, but Bowser brought it, man. So Mario and Luigi are introduced after that, and I loved all of this stuff. So they introduced Mario and Luigi as like two losers from Brooklyn or whatever, and they're trying to get a job running their own plumbing business. They've got a really cheesy commercial, but the plumber rap was hilarious. All the music and the references were amazing. They had that GameCube ringtone that came in. They had Spike. I think, was Spike in the original movie? I know Spike is from the games, the little guy that throws spike balls, but I think he might have been in the original Mario movie from way back in the day too, but I don't remember. Mario and Luigi running through like a level 1-1 lookalike on the street was awesome, and just reference after reference. The music was on point. They had that crazy encounter with the dog, which was really, really funny. The little slow motion dodge of the dog. I was also wondering, like, how old are Mario and Luigi supposed to be in this movie? Because they're getting treated like they're 12 years old by their family, but I've also heard that these kind of families are kind of like that. So maybe they're running their own business. Maybe they're like 20 years old. I have no idea. Also, the dad of Mario and Luigi was voiced by Charles Martinet, right? The original Mario voice, which was pretty crazy. Should Charles Martinet have done the actual Mario voice? Man, I'm sure he would have killed it, obviously. Like, he could have done whatever they wanted him to do. You know, I don't think it would have had to have been an over-the-top Mario, wahoo, yoo-hoo, like the whole movie. I think he could have done whatever they wanted, but, you know, they wanted that Chris Pratt star power. No pun intended. Eventually, Mario and Luigi go into the pipe and go through some crazy like LSD trip pipe experience. Is it always like that when they go through pipes in the game? Because that seems a little bit disorienting. Mario shoots out into the Mushroom Kingdom, and I remember getting chills when this scene happened. The music, the atmosphere, everything. Oh, dude, I want to go back and see this movie again. I've only seen it once. I know some people that have seen it multiple times. I would go watch it again. Two incredible scenes happen pretty much in tandem at this point. The introduction of Toad, who is one of the best characters in the movie, and then Luigi getting ejected into Bowser World, getting chased by the Dry Bones. You had the Shy Guys, I think Sniffits, and I think there was some other enemy, I can't remember. Luigi getting the short end of the stick as always, getting chased by monsters in Bowser's castle while Mario is just like on vacation in the Mushroom Kingdom. Also, can I just say with Toad, dude, they played like Captain Toad music. Toad's lines and his delivery, the voice acting, loved it all. I love that character, that little guy. The way he looks, like his actual physical design looks so good. Once again, the whole movie is like reference after reference. You've got musical homages all over the place. I cannot even begin to go into all of them, but they're everywhere and they're incredible. And when Mario was on his way to see the princess, he was like going through Pick-a-Pipe. It was like a troll level. I thought that was pretty funny. I was a little worried when they introduced Princess Peach. I'm not gonna lie. They made her seem like kind of like a dick. She was super condescending, super like snooty and stuff. But not to jump too far ahead, but she really comes around in her character. And that ended up working out pretty well, I feel like. As a Rocky Balboa fan, the Mario training scene was, mwah, I loved it. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a good training montage. The whole training level scene was very reminiscent of Mario Maker, so of course I enjoyed that. Watching Princess Peach parkour and do her floaty mechanic, all the references to the games. There was a crazy scene where Bowser was having a rave and there was like a metal band playing. Okay, can we talk about Bowser and his musicianship? His army is a rock band. He's playing piano. He's singing his freaking soul and heart out. Jack Black is just taking it to a whole nother level here. A lot of you know my friend Sunny. I was thinking about Sunny the whole time. I was like, dude, Sunny needs to. If you guys see Sunny, you need to bug him to do a Peaches cover, because it would be perfect. When Bowser was jamming with Kamek, he was like, jam with me. I loved it, man. They had some semi-emotional scenes with Mario and Luigi as little babies getting picked on, and they had that one scene where Peach and Mario were bonding with the flute. I have a note in my written down here, and I can't remember exactly what that was. My wife definitely cried. Don't tell her I told you guys. Oh, Toad was playing the flute. I got it in my notes. Toad was playing the flute, and Peach and Mario were bonding. Okay, and then all the people are in Bowser's prison, and that's when they introduce the cracked out crazy Luma, which I assume in the sequel to this movie. So here's what I'm predicting. I'm predicting a trilogy of Mario movies. The next movie is definitely, spoiler alert, obviously this is very spoiler heavy. I didn't say that at the beginning, but second movie is going to revolve around Yoshi, and then I think the third movie may bring in Rosalina. Now, I think there is a chance they could bring in Rosalina in the next movie as well with Yoshi. They can bring in Wario and Waluigi. They have a lot they can work with for the 2 future movies that I'm predicting, and I don't know what order they're going to do, but they're definitely going to bring Rosalina in, right? Anyways, the Luma is like a freak, and it's making all these like dire, insane comments about life and death and misery and suffering. The Luma's like, time, like hope, is an illusion. And that's when the penguin guy comes in. He's like, please, we're depressed enough already. Which was one of my favorite lines. The Donkey Kong stuff was a very welcome integration with the Mario universe. Cranky Kong was awesome. Donkey Kong was really funny. They even included a brief cameo from Diddy and Dixie Kong. Would have loved to have seen more of them, but I'll take what I can get. The Donkey Kong and Mario fight was fun. I enjoyed it. I mean, let's be real, Mario would have died instantly from the initial onslaught of fists in his face, but you know what? We're not gonna worry about that. A little Easter egg I remember very distinctly is when the Kongs were in their house. They had like a Mario World style map on the wall, which was awesome. The Mario Kart scene was beautiful. Rainbow Road, the music looked great. When Toad pulled up in his monster truck, I laughed very, very heartily. Very heartily. And then I remember Toad and Donkey Kong fighting over whether Mario was cool enough for the princess. I loved how Donkey Kong's relationship with Mario. He was just like constantly busting Mario's chops. And they had a reference to a Rainbow Road shortcut, I think. I don't know if that was intentional, but they had a shortcut, and I assume it was like paying tribute to like Mario Kart 64 or something. You had the blue shell turtle guy, which is cool. I'm assuming we're gonna see him in a future game. He's not from a game yet, is he? Instagram counter going off? Follow me on Instagram. Anyways, I don't think that blue shell guy was in a game, was he? Is he new from this movie? Either way, if he is new, I assume we'll see him probably in a game at some point. Fast forward to the end of the movie. We're moving pretty fast through the movie here. Obviously, I'm not going into super detail, but we get to the wedding scene. I really liked how in the audience, there were a lot of crazy characters, like the big Bob-omb from Mario 64. That guy looked great, by the way. When Peach was going to fight Bowser or whatever, they thought Mario had died. Oh yeah, Mario and Donkey Kong fall down and they're like arguing at the bottom of the sea. I really enjoyed that scene when Donkey Kong was like, yeah, my dad is just, he thinks I'm a failure. And then Mario says, my dad thinks I'm a failure too. And then Donkey Kong says, yeah, well, your dad's right. We got to see Fire Donkey Kong. We got to see Tanuki Mario. As they're moving in on the wedding, we see Princess Peach turn into a badass Ice Peach and like dominate Bowser, by the way. I feel like Peach could have taken down Bowser by herself, like straight up. Peach is walking out to take on Bowser, to backtrack a little bit before she went to the wedding. She like busts out this Dark Souls-esque weapon, spinning it around, and is just straight out of a Dark Souls game. An epic battle breaks out. Mario and Luigi are reunited. I did like the message of brotherly love. They're coming together, they're working together. Their friendship and love for each other pushes them to just save the world. I was a little confused by the superstar. So Bowser had the superstar, right? To give him power. But then like Mario and Luigi consumed the superstar to become invincible like in the games. But like I didn't understand the whole like, did just having the superstar make you stronger versus consuming the superstar, which gave you the invincibility? Because once Mario and Luigi used the superstar was gone, right? Or is it still around? I don't remember. I don't remember seeing what happened to the superstar after they used it. After that, the movie ended pretty fast, like right away. This whole movie was very rapid. It was like one scene to the next, to the next, to the next. It did not mess around with moving the storyline forward. After the credits, there was a post-credit scene that showed a little Yoshi hatch, indicating that the second movie will indeed feature our boy Yosh. Oh, and of course, can't forget Bowser's legendary Peach's performance. I can't remember the order now. Did he do the full song earlier on? And then a different version at the very end when he was small? I can't remember the order of when he sang the songs, but Jack Black's Peach's performance has been legendary. It's going viral on like every social media platform. I was a sucker for it too. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Overall thoughts, the movie was great. I really enjoyed it. If you're a Mario fan, you're just gonna be overwhelmed by nostalgia, references. You'll probably be smiling the entire movie. If you're not a Mario fan at all, don't know anything about the universe, don't know the characters, I think you'll still like be able to enjoy the video. You won't like it as much, obviously, because you won't be connecting all these reference dots. You won't be getting hit by all that stimulating nostalgia, but it's an entertaining movie. If you're a kid, I think a kid will like it by default. It hits all the marks for kids. I've seen some people criticizing it, like the story's not that deep, it doesn't really do anything too risky, it doesn't really introduce anything too crazy. Like concept-wise, it's a very basic, cut and dry Mario story pretty much. I, for one, didn't need a super complex story. What we got was very enjoyable. It's kind of what I was expecting. In the future sequels, if they want to branch out and get more creative with the narrative, I think they could probably do that. And I think what they did for the first movie worked pretty well. As they approach $1 billion in sales worldwide, I think it did pretty well. Regarding the characters and voice acting, I really liked Luigi, Toad, Bowser, Princess Peach and Mario. I liked everybody. Like, don't get me wrong, I liked everybody. The reality is, like, could the voice acting have been better in some cases if they had given the roles to like super pro voice actors instead of like celebrities? Not that the celebrities that did the voices were bad or anything, but would it have been even better if they had chosen the absolute best voice actors over choosing people with star power? For me, the voice acting was fine. Like, could it have been better in some cases? Sure, probably, but it got the job done. Overall, the movie was very enjoyable. I would go see it again. Was it perfect? Wasn't perfect, but was it great? It was pretty great. Yeah, it was pretty great. I liked the first half of the movie more than the second half. Not that I didn't like the second half, but if I were to compare the two, the first half was like, I felt nonstop, like, just so freaking dope. The second half, like, the pacing felt a little bit weird, where I did feel like the movie ended kind of abruptly, and the transitions between one area and the next were super fast. And normally I like when a movie keeps it going, and I'm still not saying that I didn't like that, It's just something that I noticed. Anyways, my thoughts / recap on the Super Mario Bros. Movie. What did you think? Let me know. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. Whatever. I'll see you all later, okay?